Okay, I took a risk. I left med school to do this full time because I really am socially awkward, y'all. Why you think I ain't got no man? And some people are like, it's unprofessional to share customer story times. I'm like, yeah, it's probably you who would do it or you who did it. That's why you mad. I don't forget that I can have this, baby. Nobody else you. Nobody else makes me. Nobody else had a clue what I could do, what I could do. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Rose, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 4 must-haves, absolutely necessary skills that you will need if you want any chance of growing a 6-figure or 7-figure successful business. So if you guys don't know, I have my own hair care line called A Natural Rose. I've had it for 2 years. I've been full-time for a year, and I have reached 6 figures with my business, or on track to do 7 figures. So I'm saying that to say that what I'm telling you is stuff that I've had to learn and stuff that I realize is very important in order for me to be successful, and hopefully these will help you out. So make sure you watch the whole video. So before we get started, make sure if you like this video or you like me or whatever, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, put your notifications on so you don't miss any of my uploads. You guys have also been asking for some more vlog content. So I've done vlogs before, they didn't really do well, but we have a lot more followers now, and your girl's moving to Atlanta in a couple of weeks, so I do want to film that for you guys. So we'll see. You might get a little vloggity vlog here or there. Make sure you follow my TikTok and Instagram for daily content. And finally, check out my hair care line if you're interested in getting some products to help you promote hair growth. If you watch my wash day routine, you know that we are almost done getting our products manufactured. I'm so excited for the new products to launch. So it's coming, it's coming. So make sure you check out the website. All right, so these 4 skills I'm about to discuss, some of them are things that you need to know before you start your business. Some are things that you can learn while starting your business, and some of them are things that you literally will not learn until you go through it, and you have to experience it for yourself to get that knowledge. The first skill that you absolutely 100% need to have to grow a successful business is math. Okay, I know that probably wasn't what you're expecting to hear. You're probably like, Brittany, this isn't high school. What are you talking about? But y'all, you use so much math when it comes to running your small business. And the crazy part is, math was my least favorite subject in school. It was the hardest for me to understand and to comprehend. I struggled in some math, y'all, okay? And I'm not saying you need to be a calculus whiz, because y'all know I definitely am not. But you need to have a good understanding. I would at least say through Algebra 1, you need to know how to like add a bunch of things together, subtract, multiply, do proportions, get percentages. You need to know how to count money, and just not even money, count things in general. So just a couple of examples of ways I use math is, we can say, you know, just off the top of my head, the most obvious is when it comes to budgeting. When it comes to budgeting, you need to know how much you make in a month in order to know how much you need to dish out per thing. So for example, I have to calculate a budget every single month for how much I'm going to spend on advertising, and so I have to see how many customers I'm getting per new advertisement and calculate that to see how much money do I need to spend. You also need to understand how to be able to calculate profits and calculate your margins and see how much revenue you're getting per product, and it's just a lot. And then also, of course, when it comes to taxes, like, you have to be able to know how to do your budgeting and keep up with things and add numbers together to understand how much you're making in a year, how much you're spending in a year, what parts are you spending on. And I mean, of course, get an accountant, but you're gonna need to do all that information and know how to do all that in order to give it to your accountant. So it's very important that you understand how to do math. I would say the biggest way that I use math is when it comes to inventory. That is the biggest struggle for me. For example, let's just say I'm ordering inventory for my herbal infused hair butter. Now, keep in mind, on my website, I currently have 3 products, but I used to have 8. Ordering inventory for the herbal infused hair butter, which I think has like 14 ingredients, somewhere along there, right? Let's say that I want to make 300 hair butters this month. I'm going to order inventory for 300 herbal infused hair butters. So the first thing that I have to do is figure out, okay, how many batches will make me 300 hair butters? Because I order inventory in batches versus ordering inventory based on the individual containers I'm gonna make. It's a lot easier. So I'll say, okay, each batch that I have makes 30. So then I have to say, okay, so 300 items divided by 30 per batch is 10 batches that I'll have to make. Okay, now that I know how many batches, I'll go and be like, okay, let's just say the first ingredient in the herbal infused hair butter is mango butter. But let's say I use 50 ounces per batch, okay? So I say, okay, that's 50 ounces per batch, and I know I need to make 10 batches, so that's 500 ounces. So now what I have to do is say, okay, I go on whatever website I order mango butter from and say, okay, oh no, they do mango butter in pounds. They don't do it in ounces. So now you have to convert the 500 ounces to pounds. I don't know how many pounds it is actually. My calculator is my best friend. Ain't no shame in my game, okay? 500, and you have to divide that by how many ounces are in a pound? 16. Okay, that's 31 pounds that you need to buy. Let's say they only offer it in 7 pounds. So now you have to say, okay, how many 7-pound containers do I need? So 31 divided by 7, I'm gonna need 4.46 pounds, so about 5 pounds. And then you have to go and see, okay, so from last month, how much mango butter do I still have left over? Okay, I have half of a 7-pound container of mango butter left over, which means I have 3.5 ounces left. So I have to subtract 3.5 ounces from that total 500 ounces and redo that whole thing. And then imagine doing that for not only the other 13 ingredients that are in that product, but also all the ingredients for the next 2 products that I have on my website. And then, like I said, I used to have 8 products on my website. So I would do that for 40, 50 ingredients and have to order them, figure out how much I needed, figure out how much I already had, subtract that, and then figure out how much I need to order based on the units of measurement that whatever website that I'm ordering from uses, and then convert to that. So it's a lot. Okay, if you do not know how to do that correctly, you will either over order on inventory and you'll be stuck with a lot of inventory, which is a lot of pressure to sell it because you don't want to waste your money, or you'll under order, which means that you won't have enough orders to stay in stock, and then you'll end up selling out. And I don't want no shade thrown because I do that, but that's only because I physically cannot keep up with my orders anymore. That's why I'm out of stock, not because I under order on inventory. So like I said, the manufacturing process is coming, but that's a completely different thing. But I have done that before where I under ordered on inventory, and so I ran out of something, and so I can only make like half as much as I wanted to make, and I can only sell half because I had to wait for the other stuff to come back. So it's very important that you understand the mathematical side. And then another way that you use math, well, for me, if you're in the cosmetic industry, is formulation. Let's just take my oil for example, right? First you have to figure out what ingredients you want. Then you have to calculate what percentage of each ingredient you want in there. So for example, my oil, the highest percentage of oil in my oil blend is almond oil. That's the base for the oil. I don't remember if it's like 60%. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so what's 60% of an 8-ounce container? Or no, I'm sorry, I do 6 ounces. What's 60% of a 6-ounce container? I don't know. 6 divided by 0.6. No, I'm wrong. 6 times 0.6, that will give me 60%. So that's 3.6 ounces of the entire 6-ounce batch will be, what am I saying? Almond oil, right? And then you had to do that for all the other oils in there. I have macadamia oil, I have sunflower oil, I have castor oil, I have vitamin E oil. And then when it comes to essential oils like lavender, peppermint, tea tree, those oils are very strong in high concentrations and can be very irritating for the scalp. So you have to make sure that you put the correct dilution in there. There's a whole formula to figure out how much essential oils go into your product, so that it's not too saturated, so it doesn't irritate the scalp. It's just a perfect amount. So you figure out, okay, do you want a 1% dilution? Do you want a 2% dilution? Same thing with your preservatives. You have to figure out, okay, some preservatives say don't use over 2%. So you're like, okay, well, what's 2% of the entire batch that I have here? And you have to figure out, okay, I use 3 ounces of preservative per my 1 batch of hair butter, which makes 30 of them. So that to me, I think is 2%. I don't remember all the numbers. So basically all I'm saying is it's a lot of math. Okay, I'm not saying you need to be a genius when it comes to math, but you need to understand basic mathematical principles. You need to understand how to do conversions. You need to understand how to calculate percentages, proportions, multiply, adding, subtracting, and even just basic counting inventory. Like whenever I make products, I have to count how many products I've made, and then I have to put that into my website and be like, okay, in my inventory on my website, I have to be like, okay, I have 300 herbal infused hair butters. And so I sell the herbal infused hair butter individually, and I also sell it with a bundle with an oil. So I don't just put a random number. I have to say, okay, last month, what percentage of my hair butters were sold in the bundle versus what percentage were sold individually. And then I would base my numbers when I'm putting in inventory like that. So it's just it's a lot of math, and I understand if you hate math, but it is what it is. Like, just basic counting how many products you have and entering it into your website so you don't oversell an inventory or undersell an inventory. To me, that's the trickiest part, making sure I don't undersell my inventory or oversell my inventory. I always like to undersell, safe than sorry, but I've oversold on inventory before and had to like delay orders until I got the rest of the ingredients to make what I didn't have. So it's happened, but you know, it's what it is. Okay, so yeah, you need to have some basic math skills. I would say all the way up to probably algebra 1 is going to be your best bet. Okay, so the next skill that you need when it comes to being a successful small business owner, getting that 6 figures, getting that 7 figures, is you need to know how to do social media. There's this like trending sound on Instagram right now, or TikTok, or maybe both, and it's like a funny thing where people are like, hi, I'm a small business owner, but I'm also a content creator, so here's my content. And they're absolutely right. You literally need to be a content creator if you are going to have your own business, because like I always say, you have the best products in the world, like the most amazing products in the world, but if no one knows about them, you're not going to get a single order. It doesn't matter. You could have the cure to cancer, right? But if no one knows you have the cure to cancer, no one's going to use it. Like, you can't sell anything if no one knows. So when it comes to your business, you have to have a social media presence. And I feel like that is the biggest thing that has helped me grow my business, is having a social media presence. When I first started on social media, I had an Instagram for my business. I had a TikTok for my business. But I even had a Facebook for my business, but I would not post. I would just rely on my personal platforms, and it just got complicated. And it's like, I wanted separation between me as an influencer versus me as the business owner. So I didn't want to mix the content, but I had no choice because I didn't have a social media presence as a business owner. I just had it as an influencer. But I would say within the past, like the past 8 or 9 months, I have been consistently posting on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Facebook for my business. And I've grown to, I think we have like 85K on Facebook, which is crazy. I just started posting on Facebook like the last 6 months. We have almost 50K on our business page, which is super exciting. And then we have like 17 or 18K on TikTok. And that's very, very, very helpful for growing a business, because it's like every single day I'm posting, I'm getting, 5 to 20,000 views on a video, which is a lot of potential orders. Plus, people are watching the older videos on my channels, especially the viral ones. That's more orders. Plus, if I have a video that does well, I can pay for it to be an ad, and that gets me more orders. So it's like having a social media presence is very important. I know people are like, oh, I don't do the social media stuff. You need to. I'm sorry, you need to. Like, people don't watch TV anymore. People aren't going to buy stuff from a commercial anymore. And social media is free. It's free marketing. You don't even need to pay for ads. I don't really pay for ads. I'm going to be completely honest. Sometimes I do. Like, if a video has gone viral, I will pay to boost it so it can go even more viral. But I don't specifically create videos for ads like that anymore. That's because I know how to work social media. Because of my experience as an influencer, I know how to post videos that go viral without me having to pay for them. So that means you have to take the time to learn social media. So for example, one of the biggest tips that I give when it comes to social media presence as a small business owner is consistency. You can't just post once a week and then expect you to be successful. You have to post like almost every single day. I would say at least 5 days a week you need to post, and you need to be posting on your stories every single day. I don't do that, but you need to. I notice it does help when you do. You need to have interactive stories, do polls. Be like, I'll say, who's excited for the restock? And I'll have that little smiley face, and I'll be like, slide it to this side or that side, Or I'll say, ask a question about hair growth. I like to put hair growth tips on my business pages, because that's, I'm a natural hair care line, and so people want to know how to grow their hair. So if you post a mixture of hair growth content and then sprinkle in your products and stuff here and there, it's very good. Like today, I posted this twist out, which it got frizzy, okay? It's the summertime. But I posted this twist out that I did, and I was like, twist out with a natural rose hair care. And everybody saw how beautiful my twist out was. So that wasn't necessarily something where I was showcasing my products, but I showcased my hair from using my products, and that got me views, using hooks, being like, if you struggle with this, or one video video that actually went viral on my YouTube channel. It has like over 1 million views on my YouTube. Was me doing a wash day routine. So I didn't show any of my products in this video, but I did a wash day routine, and I was like, reasons why you should stay away from a natural rose hair care. And I was like saying a bunch of sarcastic stuff because I saw that was a trend on social media, and it went viral, and I got a lot of orders from that. So basically, you just need to study the algorithm. You need to look at ads from other small businesses, look at businesses that have hundreds of thousands of followers and actually have engagement that represents them. Because you know, you'll have some businesses that will have, you know, 200,000 followers, but they only getting like 5,000 views on a reel, right? They're not doing social media correctly. You want to be looking at those people that have, you know, maybe 50K. Like me, I have 50K, but I can get 10 to 20K on a video, right? You want to look at people who are getting very high engagement. Don't matter how many followers you have. So you just want to make sure that you are studying social media, you are learning it, you are working it, and honestly, just start posting. Don't wait until you get a strategy. Don't wait until you figure out. Some of my most viral videos have come from me just posting like filler content while I was working on other content. Because sometimes I run out of content, so I just make something real quick and post it just so I can stay consistent in my page. Like the algorithm knows I'm here, and those videos go viral. So you just want to start posting. Post and research at the same time, like tomorrow. Or whenever you see this video, post this day or the next. And just start posting 5 days a week. And I'm telling you, you're going to see a difference. Something's going to blow up. And also, it's important to post every single day so you have examples of like what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. So for example, let's say you post every single day for 2 weeks. And you have one video that hits 5,000 views. Everything else is like 300 views. You need to check that video that has 5,000 views and say, okay, what did I do in this video that made it work? Was it the time I posted? Was it the length of the video? Was it what I said? Like, did I use a good hook? Did I use good visuals? Like, what did I say in this that I didn't do in the other ones? And also look at the ones that flopped and be like, okay, what did I do in this one that might have been the reason why I didn't do good? And that's why I say, like, it's important that you look at your content, but also look at other people. Like, social media is a game of copycat with your own twist. You know how many videos I've done where I've seen that idea from someone else, and I just took that concept and just changed it to fit my brand and my personality and my platform, and it went viral? I copied the length of the video, the type of, like, hook that they would use, like if they said something sarcastic, or, like, you know, the way they film where their shoulders up here, down here, like how far away, like, you know, just the answers are there. You just gotta find them. Also, using AI is helpful. It's like ChatGPT, if you know how to give the prompts correctly. If you're a social media manager, what are some really good business hooks to use for an Instagram reel? Or how can I get more sale conversions on Instagram or TikTok? Whatever. So all I'm saying is that you need to start learning how to do social media. Like, if you can get a platform of like 20,000 and you're getting like 5 to 10K on a video, you can easily make 6K. And have like maybe 1 or 2 videos go viral a month, you can easily make $6,000. You can make $10,000 a month with your business. People just need to know about it. I'm telling you, if your social media isn't doing well right now, it's not because you have a bad product. It's just because you do not have a good social media strategy. Trust me. Anybody can grow a platform, but you have to take the time to learn how to grow one. I've grown 6. Y'all know I have over 1 million on TikTok. I have 125K or something on Instagram. I got 300K on here per. I have my business Instagram is 50K. My Facebook, like I just said, is 82K. TikTok, right now I'm trying to grow on Pinterest and Twitter because I was like, well, why not? That's extra platforms for extra money. So you see what I'm saying? You can really grow any social media platform. You just gotta learn. So yeah, I don't mean to ramble, so let's just move on to the next one. Okay, so the next skill that you need kind of ties into the previous one, but it's communication skills, okay? You need to know how to talk to people. Now, I completely understand if you're an introvert. I'm an introvert, but the thing is, I know how to play the game. Like, all throughout my life, I have always known how to have the personality that people want me to have to get what I want. Now, I'm not saying I'm a fake person, but I'm just saying, like, how y'all think I got into med school? I don't do nothing. I don't go nowhere. I don't have any friends. No, nothing. But in that interview, I was the most happy-go-lucky, jolly person, answering questions, making jokes, because I know that's the type of person they wanted me to be to get into school. And I got in, even though I left after a year. So you gotta know how to play the game. All I'm saying is you just need to know how to talk to people and to relate to people. That's gonna be important. Like, I feel like over is the time for like large, nameless, faceless companies. You're starting to see more and more businesses become very successful that were started by someone, and people know who that person is. And Think about UGC content creation. Like, think about the way things are marketed now. Like, people are starting to make more real and relatable content so you can feel like you can relate to the video and buy the product. So it's important that you know how to talk to people. And I currently am getting my master's in psychology, so of course, like, that helps me understand how to talk to people, because I really am socially awkward, y'all. I really, really am. Why do you think I ain't got no man? Okay, well, maybe that's Jesus, but still. So, you know, you have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to be relatable and genuine. Like, I feel like part of the reason why my business is so successful, aside from the Lord Almighty who has his hand over everything, okay, is that I feel like you guys see me as this genuine person. Y'all know I don't play no games when it comes to hair growth. Y'all know I'm not into hair growth scams. I tell y'all all the time, don't think you can buy my products and just put the oil on your scalp and it's gonna grow. No, sis. You gotta learn how to take care of your hair. I give you the information to take care of your hair. I have a video called Everything You Need to Grow Your Hair, and I'm real about it. Like, y'all know, like, for the first 7 months, like, being on social media, before I started my business, I was using these products. My first viral video was of one of these products. So y'all know, like, I didn't just, like, make this up on the go to get money. Also, you want to make sure that you know how to communicate with people when it comes to customer service. And this is probably one of the hardest things, because I ain't gonna lie to you, some people may get mad at this, but I really want to fight some people when they email me. Y'all seen some of my customer story times, and some people are like, it's unprofessional to share customer story times. I'm like, yeah, it's probably you who would do it, or you who did it. That's why you mad. That's part of that being a whole real and genuine thing, sharing customer story times, just sharing what really happens. Y'all know, a lot of times I want to clap back. A lot of times there's like a net. Hate the summertime. Now, I have great customers. I'm very grateful. 97% of my customer interactions are beautiful, amazing, no matter what went wrong, what happened. It's a good time. But you got that 3% that's gonna try you, that's gonna work your nerves, that's gonna make you want to tussle, and you have to know how to sound professional. One viral video can ruin your business of, like, a customer, even if the customer's in the wrong. If they tell their story and make it seem like you're a terrible business person, it's very hard to get your reputation back. Reputation is very valuable. So you want to make sure you're treating everyone with respect. That way, if they do try to come at you, you can just show your receipts. You can show your emails. You can show, you know, whatever, the communication, and, like, see that everything's very professional and everything's fine. I don't know if y'all watching on TikTok, but there's this girl who made a cake, and she came out and called out a customer. She makes cakes, and she called out the customer for being rude, and the customer came back with receipts. So you just want to make sure you're professional. So, I mean, like, even if stuff's not my fault, I always like to say, oh, I apologize, because I know it's not the customer's fault. If it's something that is the customer's fault, I politely do my best to tell them, hey, this is your fault and I can't do nothing about it. So you have policies on your website. Like, you have rules that are available to customers before they purchase. So as long as you're within those rules, if you can't satisfy the customer, you can't satisfy the customer. And I mean, it is what it is, but you still gotta be respectful and polite. And they're gonna, some people do get mad, some people do get angry, but you just gotta stay professional. Okay, I'm about to I open and close my doors so quickly, yet they still find their way in, because I live in Louisiana and it's hot and it's humid and I can't stand them. They're attracted to my lights. I'm gonna find you. Anyways, so yeah, you have to know how to talk to people. That's very important. And also, what helps me with customer service is, like, putting myself in that person's position and thinking about how I feel when stuff goes wrong with something that I order online. So, like, for example, like, if the shipping person or, like, the carrier messes up, like UPS or something like that, loses your package and stuff, that's not the business's fault. But I've had packages get lost before, so I have to think about, like, how I felt and how I would want my money back and how that stuff gets handled. And so, you know, you just gotta, like, put yourself in their position. But again, there's a balance between being a business owner and sticking by your policies and, you know, not giving away free stuff just to make people feel good. That's not always the best situation, especially if you're a small business and you can't afford to do that. Hint, hint, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my short where I talked about a customer and people were like, just give her a free product. Babes, I can barely keep up with the orders I have now. Why would I give away a free product? Gotta learn communication. That's something you'll learn along the way, though. Okay, the last thing that you need, the last skill that is very, very necessary. This is probably, under the social media one, it's probably, like, the most important one, and that is discipline. I know nowadays it's like, sometimes there's, like, people who think that small businesses, like, taking that route is, like, an easy way to get money, because, you know, you got drop shipping. Not saying that stuff is easy, but drop shipping, reselling stuff, selling like digital products and stuff. And yeah, that is passive income. Like I have 2 ebooks on my website that I don't have to do anything, and I get passive income because I just made them and I put them on there, right? But if you're someone that's like me and you make all your products and you handle all your inventory and you handle all the money side and you handle the customer service and you handle the 3 social media platforms, it's a lot of work. So you have to be disciplined. You have to be responsible. You can't just do this all willy-nilly. You can't just kind of do whatever and expect to be successful. This is not an easy career. I feel like it's one of the harder ones because there's like no guarantee. You don't get a guaranteed salary. I don't get a guaranteed check every 2 weeks. I remember when I first went full-time, I was making like 10% of what I make now, which was not enough to pay my bills. But I stayed disciplined, I stayed responsible, and I kept working. I put in the work. Side note, y'all know I'm an influencer, but I sometimes beat myself up because I'm not where I want to be as an influencer, and I see my other influencer girlies like getting brand deals and flying out and getting their faces on stuff and going on brand trips. I'm like, you know, why can't I do that? Why doesn't that happen to me? And then I stop and realize, well, Brittany, you run a full business by yourself. So maybe it's because you just don't have enough time to dedicate to full-time influencing like those other girls do. So you can't put in the work like they do, at least not till, you know, next month when my products are manufactured. But so I sometimes have to remember, like, this is a lot. Like a lot. There have been days where I did not sleep for 36 hours because I had hundreds of orders to fulfill and complete. Y'all, I make thousands of hair products every single month. 300, 400, 500 hair products a day. Takes me 4 to 6 hours a day, back to back to back to back, just to have enough inventory to stay in stock for like 2 weeks of the month. That's what I was saying earlier. That's why I'm not in stock 24/7, because I literally cannot make enough products. I literally cannot package the orders on my own, which is again why I'm moving to manufacturing. But it's a lot of work. It's like 5 careers in one. And so if you don't want to put in the work, if you don't want to be disciplined, then I wouldn't do this. And I'm sorry, but I cannot stand people. It irks my ever-loving nerves when people DM me saying, hey, I want to sell your products. Can you tell me the recipes? Can you tell me exactly what to do? And I'm like, I just want to punch them in the face. I'm like, no, this was 2 years of hard work. I took a risk. I left med school to do this full time. Like, so I didn't have a choice but to put in the work. All that, and you just want me to give it to you so you can make 6 figures too? No, ma'am. You put in the work. Y'all can say gatekeeping all you want to. The ingredients are on my website, right? I make videos like this, sharing, you know, tips about business. But I'm not about to sit there and spend hours of my time telling someone exactly what they need to do. The stuff that I put hard work in to find, and you can easily find too if you put in the work. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take patience and discipline. No, absolutely not. It's a lot, you guys. It's a lot. Like, you have to be smart. You have to be aware. You have to be on schedule. So you need to be someone that's disciplined. You need to be someone that doesn't easily give up, because you're gonna have bad days. I've had days where I was laid out on my living room floor, face down, crying to God. Oh my God, this is not working. Oh my goodness. Like, I remember I was like, God, I only got 2 orders today. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna pay my bills? God, I've been posting for weeks and ain't nothing blew up. I don't know what to do. And here we are. I'm buying now. So it's just like, you gotta push past those days. It's gonna get hard. This is not easy. It's gonna be hard, but if you are committed and you truly believe in what you're doing, you believe in your products, you're not trying to do this. You can't just do this for money. I'm sorry. You're not gonna be able to thug it out if you do it just for money. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the money, but I also like having my own business. I like having my own hair care line. I like that, especially like right now I'm getting my products manufactured. It's crazy seeing like how I'm actually making something that I see in the store, which I think is really cool. And I like being able to help Black women. I like sharing, you know, what I use to help grow my hair. I like giving Black women confidence and women of color in general, and I like contributing to the very small natural hair community, doing my part to expand it more and giving us more, you know, representation and more choices to choose from. I really, really like that. So it's like, it's worth it to me to do all this. You know, it's worth it, but it's a lot, you guys. And like I said, I'm doing this all by myself. It's on me. I wake up every single morning. I answer like 50 DMs on Instagram and 50 more DMs on Facebook and 20 more DMs on TikTok. I answer 20 emails every single day. I spend I'm talking like 4 hours every single month ordering inventory. I spend hours and hours and hours making products every single week. I spend hours and hours and hours packaging orders. I'll be lugging my big old bins of packages to my car every other day and bringing them and dropping them off. Y'all, I got biceps. Y'all see this? I be lugging like 55-pound blocks of shea butter across my apartment. If you go to my small business playlist, you'll see me showing you guys like the amount of inventory that I have and how I organize it and stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot, that's all I'm gonna say. But you can do it if you're committed, and you have to be willing to be patient. It's not gonna happen instantly, at least not for most people. For me, it didn't happen instantly, and I had a following before I started my business. So I had, you know, a little advantage, and it still didn't happen. So if you're just starting out from nothing, right? Well, there ain't nothing wrong with starting from nothing. You gotta start from nothing to get to something, right? But it's gonna be some work. As long as you remain disciplined, as long as you remain, you know, responsible, as long as you are willing to learn and willing to grow and willing to go through hard times in order to get to the good times, you will be successful. And of course, God, gotta mention him, because I would not have anything without God. And just some situations that happen with my business, I'm like, yeah, it was his hand, it was covering everything, because ain't no way. So you need to make sure that, again, math skills, social media, very important, communication, being relatable, being genuine, and discipline and responsibility. If you can get those 4 things, you will have a very successful business. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. That was a lot, but I hope that what I said kind of gave you some perspective about, you know, what it takes to grow a business, and I hope it just encourages you to keep going and pushing forward, because again, it's not gonna be easy, but it's definitely possible, and it's very rewarding when you get here. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button, put your notifications on so you don't miss any of my uploads. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram for daily content, and check out my business if you are interested. I recommend waiting till July, because our new manufactured products will be in stock, and I'm really excited. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Tell me what you see in me.